Now, friends, some plugins will speed up our work. One of them is a plugin called Lattice Marker. This plugin is necessary for us in window and door drawings, friends. Here, I will show the use of the plugin on a floor plan, but first, I want to demonstrate how it works in principle, and you can use this in either door or window sections. Look, normally, when I make a drawing with line on SketchUp, I can divide the line into 2 or 3 parts. There is a divide command. With the divide command, when you draw a line and select it, you right-click. When you say divide, look, when I break it with the mouse, it divides into 3 or 4 parts. Look, I divided it into 4 parts. Now, I have a plugin. The name of the plugin is Powerbar. There is also a nice command within Powerbar. This turns the points into a surface upwards, friends. Look at this command here. Look, the extrude line command. When you select this, you get the extrude line. Look, when I pull this upwards, how many centimeters should it be? Let's say 140 centimeters. When I press enter, look, it suddenly created a surface. My goal is to create a surface up to this point, friends. My aim is to do this, and I can do it very easily. You can also consider part of this as doors. When you do internal slicing, you can automatically create a perfect window or door with the plugin I will show now. Look, now I pressed Control. Double-clicking, double-clicked, double-clicked, double-clicked. I selected them all, right-clicking. I selected the plugin named Lattice Marker. Here, you specify the thickness. You specify the thickness according to your own project. You need to make the settings over there. If you don't make the settings, it doesn't create the window part here. So, you need to create the material here. So, simply make it red, like in the panel, it should be glass. Since it's a window, it needs to be glass. When you press the OK button, look friends, it has created this. I deliberately chose red for this to make it stand out. Since these are components, friends, you enter inside them. Then look, you have the chance to manipulate these surfaces like this. You can move them a bit further and increase the thickness of the details as you wish. Look, like this. So you can manipulate them in this way. You can create details like this in the door and window parts. This window is the part you will do in the most efficient and professional way, friends. Because according to the project, you need to initially divide the line based on the number of windows and frames there. Then move them upwards and divide the window with the lattice marker. So there are window extensions, but they don't work as efficiently and consistently as this. This is the most efficient technique, friends.